So, what's going to happen with Chelsea Football Club? Well, this is CFCLDN. Like I said yesterday, let's move to Chelsea Football Club before we start talking about Chelsea Football Club. Is that better? See, now I feel like I'm at Chelsea Football Club. This is Chelsea Football Club. Yes, lads. This is Chelsea Football Club. Yeah? This. See, we even got the thumbs up. The thumbs up is showing up and all sorts. But Mr. Tommy T, right? And good man Roman. Good man Roman. Good man Roman. Good man. We miss you guys. Yeah? We absolutely miss you guys. Beyond belief. Beyond belief, lads. Beyond belief. Beyond belief. But I am surrounded by winners here. I am surrounded by levels, by standards, by eliteness. This is Chelsea Football Club. Whilst everyone is now surrounded by CFCLDN, we're going to dive into what is going to happen to CFCLDN. Meanwhile, the Europa League last night was something, wasn't it? Because, I mean, bloody hell, I didn't expect that. I saw the score, and it was 4-2 to Lyon, and I was like, okay. Now, I didn't laugh because we lost to Legia Warsaw. So, I mean, can I even laugh? Do I even have the right to smile at this point? But I saw that score, and I was like, okay, there's not long left. Yeah, United are out. Brilliant. And then I find that they've gone through. I look back and I'm seeing some posts. I saw Saeed's tweet and I was like, why is he happy? That doesn't make any sense. He's out. Well, I'm expecting him to ask people to go to the car park and that he's going to be meeting people in the car park. I mean, the car park at this stage might as well become the stadium because, everyone's going to be in the flipping car park according to Saeed. So I'm like, what? Why is he happy? What's going on? And I went back and I checked. Excuse me. Excuse me. 5-4. You've got to be kidding. Unbelievable. So United went through to the semi-final. On top of that, Tottenham went through to the semi-final. So you know what it means? It means we are going to be living in a world where I am pretty sure, I think we're going to get a Man United Tottenham final for the Europa League, which means one of them is going to be playing Champions League football next season. That's how I think it's going to go down. On top of that, we're going to get, I think, my prediction anyway, I think Arsenal are going to get to the final of the Champions League. That's my prediction. I hope not, because we're all in the same boat in this. We do not need Arsenal winning this Champions League. Absolutely not. So the sooner they get eliminated, the better. But I've got to be real. When talking football and thinking about where is everyone, I can see Arsenal beating PSG. We'll see. So with all that going on, and then we lose at home to Legia Warsaw in the Conference League. That's not Chelsea. This is CFCLDN. So what's in store for CFCLDN? Now, I think it's only right, yeah, that I am going to be talking about CFCLDN. So unfortunately, I'm going to change. We'll bring back Roman and Tuchel later. Leave them to the side here. They don't deserve to be mentioned in this absolute travesty that's going on at the moment at this football club. Leave them in peace. Yeah, to the side. They're not involved. I see everyone panicking. Everyone is now talking about realizations. We're really in the mud. Maresca's not got a clue anymore. A lot of these players, we saw the reaction from Reece James in his post-match interview. I mean, that spoke volumes. If you can read in between the lines, that spoke volumes. Even his body language is all over the place, you can tell. I think it's a pretty obvious sign, at least for those that, if you know how a dressing room operates, you should have a pretty clear idea of what's going on right now. For Reece James to come out publicly with that sort of reaction, you best believe in the dressing room, it's turmoil. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. I don't need anyone to try and tell me and pretend that it's lovey-dovey in the dressing room at the moment and all is okay. BS. And part responsibility for that is Enzo Maresca. Part is because the players have just downed everything. And even then, in a normal football club, in a normal institution, you would look at those factors and think, okay, we can just change one of those things. You know, maybe the players need to be changed. Maybe the manager, we can change the manager, switch that, and it should be fixed normally. And that's how we used to operate. Something begins to go wrong. It's the manager. Okay, what's going on? Cool, it's not being fixed. See you later. You're sacked. Bye. Into the next one. That's how, you know, clubs function when they need to make a change. What I've seen since yesterday is a lot of the fan base from various opinions, whether they're ultra positive, whether they're ultra negative, whether they like the ownership, whether they hate the ownership, whether they like the directors, whether they hate the directors, whether, well, actually, no, not like or hate the directors, whether they like the manager or they hate the manager, whether they like the players or they don't like the players. Whatever spectrum that you belong on, since yesterday, I have seen a lot of people begin to come to the same consensus, which is this could not continue. It's clear as day for anyone with eyes that this is a shambles. And Enzo Maresca is now at the end of his tether, right? He's got to a point now where he's on the brink. You can see he's speaking nonsense. He's portraying nonsense. And he doesn't know what he's doing. Clearly. I'll give an example. Reece James didn't play against Ipswich. He played yesterday, though, and he played 90 minutes. But we've got Fulham on Sunday, which is in 2 days' time. But then after yesterday's match, Maresca came out and said, yeah, we're managing Reece James because he can't play every 3 days. Why did you play him yesterday, then? If he could play 90 yesterday, it means that he can play 90 against Fulham. Why did you play him yesterday and not leave him for Fulham? Because now he's played yesterday. He's just said we're managing him and he can't play every 3 days. Chances are he won't play against Fulham. So do you see the logic here? It doesn't make any sense. But this is where you got to start reading in between the lines, because at Chelsea Football Club, no one's told the truth anymore when it comes to the fans. We're not told truth. We don't know what the hell's going on. We've got to go and do some digging and find out information, right? That's how it's working. So with Maresca, has he thrown the Champions League? Maybe. Maybe he's thrown it. Maybe he's gone, yeah, this is not happening. I'd rather go and win a trophy. And even then, you put out a strong team, you get beat by Legia Warsaw. This is bad. It's really bad. Really bad. And even like this, you think it's crazy, because it should have been a given. Do you think we beat Real Betis? Many people now have lost confidence. Many. Even the ultra-positive fans are going, I don't like this. And everyone's now coming to the consensus of, look, it's clear that it looks like the end for Enzo Maresca. Let's not kid ourselves. Yeah? On a footballing level, yeah, Maresca's cooked. Absolutely cooked. He's been a very good yes man up until now, though, hasn't he? Just like Winstanley and Stewart. Which is why I'm seeing a lot of people saying, you know what? Even if they do like Enzo Maresca, they're going, okay, look, I don't want to change Enzo Maresca. But if we change Winstanley and Stewart, then Maresca can follow them out the door, no problem. If we hire someone serious, then we can actually start looking forward properly. I agree. The bare minimum that can happen at this football club now, at CFCLDN, is to sack Winstanley and Stewart first. Not Enzo Maresca. Maresca comes after. Sort them out first. Because the worst thing that can happen here is for Maresca to be another fall guy, and then the same people choose the next guy. I'll tell you who the next guy is going to be. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to see what sort of direction it's going to go in. Maybe Liam Rosiner. Maybe, if Strasbourg are going to be called, but then again, we're owned by the same people. Maybe he gets a promotion, if it's even a promotion at this point. If it's even. I'd tell him to stay there. Or maybe Kieran McKenna. He's getting relegated to Ipswich. He's done his promotion. He's done his season in the Premier League. What's left for him at Ipswich? Nothing. Well, now he can come to Chelsea. You know? He beat Maresca. Wow, he beat Maresca once, true, against him. And he also beat him in the Championship last season too with Leicester. Ipswich beating Leicester. So maybe the club look at that and go, hey guys, the data is saying that, you know, we should go and get McKenna. Yeah. He beat Maresca, so therefore he's better. So we get McKenna. It's going to be that. What? You think we're going to go after Carlo Ancelotti now that he's available after the Real Madrid gig's up? Nah. Of course not. We don't operate that way. There's also another person in mind for the director role. Yeah, Luis Campos is going to be available. Are we going to be serious enough to go and get Luis Campos? Of course we're not. But these are the right things to do. So if anyone is now calling for the heads of Winstanley and Stewart, cool. I'm with you. No problem. But who are you calling to is my question. Because this is the moment. And this is the thing that is going to show seriousness. Who are you calling to? When people say, Winstanley and Stewart need to be sacked. Okay, cool. We can't sack Maresca before we sack Winstanley and Stewart. Cool, I agree. Maresca's got to go, but the directors have to go. Cool, I completely agree. We can't sack Maresca or only sack Maresca and not sack the directors. I'm still with you, 120 million%. I completely agree with you. Everyone with eyes can see that is what needs to be done, right? But who are you talking to? My message of this video is call them out. Blue Co. Hello. Are you finally going to make one good decision for the first time in 3 years? Egbali. I'm going to mention him in a sec, actually. I've got something to say about Egbali. Feliciano. Bowley. The whole gang. Are you going to get rid of what is clearly the problem? Or are you going to prove to everyone that you are the problem? It's one or the other now. Because this can't continue like this. It could, but we'd be in the gutter. It's finished. So now everyone can actually see what immediate change needs to be made. I'm totally on board. But who are you talking to? Start mentioning them by name. Don't be scared. There's no need. What are you fearing? They need to be sacked. But, okay, who's the ones that can sack them? Call them out. That's going to be the switch in momentum. To the point where the ownership start taking the fan base seriously. Because they still do not take the fan base seriously. And I can prove that instantly. It took until last week for Egbali to speak to the Strasbourg fans for the first time. And even that, it was an informal chat, but even that, the Strasbourg Ultra Boy 90s came out afterwards and said, we want more than just a little pub chat. We want an actual meeting. That wasn't enough. But tell me, has Egbali or anyone, Blue Co as a whole, Egbali, Feliciano, even Todd Bowley, has anyone spoken to the Chelsea fans yet for in the space of 3 years? Anyone spoke to us not yet? No, they haven't. What does that tell you? Egbali yesterday walked past Chelsea fans outside the bridge. You can go and see. And them lot are just like, oh, but Dad, what's going on? And just watching him walk away without even looking at you guys. Are you mad? You're walking up a residential road. He's not got security with him. Walk alongside. Ask for some answers. And if he doesn't even look at you, then that speaks enough volumes. You can let everyone else judge from that point onwards. You've done your part. But we're just letting him walk through without any sort of question. No, nothing. You see, we need to be more serious. They're not taking us seriously. They're not taking the fan base seriously. So I ask, if everyone is on the same page and everyone's talking about what change actually needs to be made, okay, cool. Everyone wants the directors gone along with Maresca, okay, cool. Who are you talking to? Start calling by name. I know I am. Luco, Igbali, Feliciano, Todd Bowley. Hello, guys. Are you listening? Or do you not care? Start listening. Start listening. And I think it's only wise that instead of remaining in the absolute calamity that is CFCLDN, I'm going to go back to Chelsea. Chelsea Football Club is the place for me. Right, lads? Yeah, I'm staying here with you guys. It's better with you guys. I'll see all of you tomorrow. Make sure you check out the video of earlier on, which is part of the documentary series on the channel. Neymar is the subject at hand today, so make sure you go and have a look. I'll leave a link right there for you guys. Much appreciated, people. Thank you very much for the feature, Mr. Tommy T and Mr. Don Roman. Legends. I gotta get more with the rest as well. I gotta bring Jose into the conversation. I gotta bring Carlo into the conversation. I gotta bring Antonio into the conversation. I gotta do it all, and I gotta do it all. Let's make a collage. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Preview time for Fulham Chelsea. It's gonna be a very straightforward and simple preview. Yeah, very, very simple. Be there. I'll see you then. Look after yourselves. Take care and peace.